What is going on, guys? Welcome to Happy Hour Live. I was just reading. Normally I introduce everybody. Bead Trapper he just made a comment and said they're over at the Oregon coast at Whaler's Rest. And ironically enough, I was feeling old school. I was feeling old school tonight, and I thought, you know what? One of my first intro video was the first video I'd ever edited before. It's not done very well, but actually I still have it. I still carry it on the computer, and I thought, let's go with that tonight. And interestingly enough, Bead Trapper is there at Whaler's Rest. So glad to have you guys here. What is going on, everybody? It has been a quiet week, although I will say, before we lose our light, can I just show I have an awning again? Can we just, it's been about 6 months. Look, there you go, right there. It's been about 6 months, and I repaired that this week. It took me a couple days to do, but I am happy to report that I have an awning once again. And I have learned my lesson. I will not leave. I'm going to write it 100 times. I will not leave the awning out during a windstorm. It's been probably 6 months, and I've missed my I've missed my awning. I will say, absolutely. So finally, the other morning, I'm just looking at it, going, okay, I need to take on a project. That one has been hanging over my head, and I'm just going to do it. And I'll tell you what that took. It was quite a bit to fix that, because it had ripped right along the edge where it connects to the headrail. It's actually got one of those covers, and where it connects to there, it had ripped. At first, it was about 6 inches. Then it was about 3 feet. Then it was just about half of the entire awning before I finally rolled it up. And I thought, I can't take that out anymore. And I finally got it. But oh my gosh, let's go ahead and start this off. I've got a little bit. I didn't film. I didn't do any filming here this week, and I was thinking about maybe going around tomorrow and filming around Thousand Trails, Cottonwood. And if you haven't been here before, I'm actually able to again, for the second Sunday in a row, anyway. I'm able to pull off the live from my space right here in Cottonwood. I am at the top of the hill, and I'll tell you what it took to get done with that, or to get up here. But yeah, I'm happy to report. But you know what? I love Americana, and I stopped at at what used to be Twin Arrows, and the old Twin Arrows is kind of abandoned and gone. And I didn't go into in depth, but I did take a short video of it, and I thought I'd show that to start the show off tonight. And then we're going old school on the intro. Yep, this was my first one. So enjoy, guys. Let's see if we can't kick this off here. Right there. Well, it used to be Twin Arrows. One of the arrows is gone now. Like I say, all of these Route 66 stops are all changing. This one's missing completely. I don't think that's any of it over there. I think it's actually gone. It was only made out of wood. But that's too bad. You see what's left of the gas station and the stop here at Twin Arrows. It's been replaced by a newer casino right up the road. Still kind of glad there's at least One arrow left. I see a bunch of stickers on there. I probably won't put my sticker on there. So I'm not sure it's going to be there for long. It's showing its age. It's showing its wear. See if I can't put up one of the old pictures of what this used to look like here. These Route 66 stops are slowly disappearing. Time's gone by. Time to get back. It's almost happy hour. See you later. There you go. There you go. You know, it's funny because I didn't have a lot of footage and I wasn't sure what to do with it when I was doing that. And I it was I had Silver Falls State Park, some footage on my video camera from that, and I had some of Whaler's Rest, flying the drone out there, and had some fun with that. Now anymore, I don't know if it's okay to fly a drone and film and show it on YouTube anymore or not, to be completely honest. Everything has kind of gotten a little confusing on there. I'm a little confused. So, but let me go ahead and say hi real quick to everybody. Cowboy Biker Adventures right there from Enfield, North Carolina. I like it. I like it. Tom and Lori are in the house. How's it going, guys? They have a new slide motor, and yeah, they're I've told them the other day I was doing the electric slide for them. So if that doesn't show my age a little bit, that may even be a little bit before my time. I'm not sure. Let me take these headset off. I don't need those on. I still have not fixed the laptop to where I have audio on the laptop. One of these days I'm going to call Dell and say, okay, fix me up, set me up, fix me up, whatever we need to do. X fired up crackerbacks. I cannot pull off their name on the first try. I keep trying. That is Bill. X fired up crackerbox Palace. Glad to have you in the house. Ralph Hattenberg is in the house. Good evening. Glad to have you here. Miss Jen. Jenny loves real estate. Miss Jen is in the house. Bee Trapper is in the house. I was mentioning Bee Trapper said they were at Whaler's Rest. And yeah, that was footage from Whaler's Rest. So Market Share is in the house. Sounds like you're getting ready to come back to some warmer climate. Cosmic Mermaid and Starman, Dawn and Gale right there. Glad to have you guys here. Everybody's talking about the football. We'll get to that. There's a lot of bragging going on, but the week's not over. I keep saying it. The week's not over until Tuesday morning when everybody has played and everything is said and done, because I have seen weeks lost due to players losing points, and which they didn't think was possible. But I'm here to tell you, when your quarterback throws interceptions, you're losing points. So yes, you can, even when you think you've got it. Tuesday morning, WCRV Adventure from Chandler, Arizona. You're right down below me here. Richard M is in the house. Actually, early for a change. Was I early? I was on time. I was on time. I suppose that for me, that's early. I'll take it. I'll take it. No. Oh my gosh, guys! I have been hanging out here at Thousand Trails, just kind of chilling out and relaxing. Hag of the Hills is in the house. That's Miss Sarah there in Quartzsite, Arizona. It is getting busier there, guys. Quartzsite has come back to life there, and I get to chat with her every now and then. And yep, sounds like Quartzsite is back up and running again. So it's usually pretty quiet during the summer. If you drove through during the summer through Quartzsite, you would not know what happens there every year around winter. From really October right on through March. Sometimes some people hang out till April, but yeah, looking forward to getting there in the near future. I should be there in the first week of December. So Jim Bertrand is in the house from Winterpeg, Manitoba. That's his home base there. You must be getting ready to travel soon, I'm sure. Yeah, time to head south. Another month. All right. Miss Pearl is in the house. Glad to have you here. Oh my gosh. Okay, RV living life. There he is. Our breaking news. We did a thing. What did you do, Gary? What did you do? Guys, I don't have a lot planned for tonight because I've been kind of taking it easy. It's not technically an open mic night, but let me throw that out there. If you want to come in and join the conversation, let me just throw it out because I don't have a lot planned tonight, and just the way it worked out. Look how dark it is. Guys, I am earlier tonight. I think last week we did it at 7 my time. This week we did it 6 my time. Do I really need to go? Do I really need to go to 5? That would be 4 in the afternoon for those on the Pac West. Let's see here. So let me throw it out there. And I'll throw that out there anytime. If anybody wants to come on and join, welcome. And I figure we just hang out and enjoy the live. You know, I am kind of happy that I got my awning done, but it's probably came at a cost of not being able to get anything else done. So it's got 40 said now have 46 states. Wow. There you go, right there. 46 states done. I don't even know what the last 4 are. Yeah, good for you, Don. Good for you. I haven't even come close. You're way ahead of me. But if you decide to take your coach over to Hawaii, let me know. That might be something to watch. Oh, just saying. Take it easy is a good thing, Dave. Yeah, it is. It has been a lazy week. I love Sedona, guys. I love Sedona. I just have opted to stay close to home and not really doing a lot of running around this time around. So nothing's wrong, nothing's bad. Just you know what? Let's enjoy the hot tub and just relax and I enjoy it. So what do we got? Oh, okay. Gary has to put pants on. Well, you don't have to, Gary. Remember, they can't see anything above. I may or may not be wearing pants as it is right now. So, you can kind of get away with that. Might have to fix our hair a bit too. I don't think, yeah, you're fine. That is what the hat is for, Gary. There you go. Now you know the secret. Sir Madelot. Glad to have you here. How do you pronounce that name? Sir Madelot. Sir Madelot. I like it. I like it. No, it is got a relaxed night, and if you want to come on and say hi and just chill out, let's throw that up there. Yeah, Jim knows. Yeah. So, and anybody who's done a live with me, they kind of know. There you go. But there's the link right there. Just throwing it up there. Again, it's not an open mic night, but if you want to come on and chat, and or if you're part of the there's if you're part of the fantasy football this week, we'll go ahead and talk about that here in a second. But Gary, please wear a shirt. There you go. Yeah, where something up top. The rest, you're good, Gary. You're good. Just don't stand up. All right. Let's go over real quick the awning, and I ended up. I almost called Miss Sarah on the phone because I wasn't sure. Can I get this up there where you can see that? Guys, this is right along here. It was torn right along here. Oh, gosh. Right at where it meets the headrail to about the halfway mark. And I knew that I was going to have to take care of that one of these days. And the problem is that I was by myself. And I ended up cutting off the entire bead for the whole length where it meets that cover. And I managed to sew in the bead, the plastic bead, all along there, and put that back up. And I'm thankful to say that I both got it fairly straight, my cut line for cutting that off, and I managed to use some knowledge. I basically went and got some seam tape, or I think what they call it is hem tape, and folded that over and ironed it in so it stuck the two halves when I rolled it over that bead. And that wasn't the last of the problems, though, because while it was very easy to get down off of there, getting it back up, getting awning fabric back up is not very easy by yourself. And thank you. Miss Pearl says you did good. I am very thankful to say that I managed to get that. I had to think outside the box on how to get that thing back up, because it's over 12 feet wide, and you have to feed those beads not only through that headrail but through the awning tube that's over on the outside. And I had to figure out that I how to make that happen, and I ended up taking the tube off completely. Mine does not. It's an automatic. It's motorized, so it doesn't have a spring inside. Thank God for that. And I managed to take that tube off. Well, those motorized ones are really light. They're just aluminum tubes. I managed to slip the top of the awning back into the cover, and it was hanging flat against the coach, if that gives you some idea or a picture in your mind. And then I took that tube and managed to slide it on the two beads down at the far end, on the tube end, and get that all back together again. So I did not film it. There was, I can tell you, I did not. That was something that I would not invite on anybody to do, and I would not invite anybody to do this by themselves. But I spent 35 years working by myself. Oh, 19 feet wide. Yeah. Oh, you know what I ended up having to do was to feed that through. I had to take my awning rod, which is, I think it's about 4 feet long. I put a piece of duct tape on the canvas itself and use the end of that awning rod to kind of push and pull that thing through the track and get it back on track. So I can't even imagine. Mine was 12 feet and I had enough trouble with that. I think I would definitely at 19 feet, I would get somebody to help. Absolutely. So even yours is, yeah. I use my sewing machine? Yes. Yes, I did. I used my sewing machine. It would have been comedy hour if I would have filmed it. Yeah, no. 18 feet expired, Bill says. Yeah. 19 feet long or wide, Jim? No, they're not 19 feet wide. Wide. Yeah, I see what Don's saying. No, wide. Yeah, they don't come out from the coach 19 feet, but 19 feet, I can't even imagine. I'd have to, there's no way you can do that by yourself. But yeah, it would have been comedy hour video if you would have filmed it. I can tell you that it was a little windy in the mornings, but it let up in the afternoon, and I was able to take advantage of the calmness of the afternoon to go ahead. So I basically put about 4 hours into each day, and I don't think that was too bad. I'm kind of, I'll take it. So yeah. Oh, yeah. Look at that. 19 feet on the class A and 18 feet on his class C. Yeah, those are long awnings. Mine, I'm kind of thankful reading that and thinking about that. No, I don't think I'd want 18 or 19 feet to deal with. So all right, guys, let's go. You guys were bragging about it earlier. I saw everybody. How much material did you lose? I saw that question back there. Was it right there? I only lost a couple inches, so the fabric is folded over onto the bead, and I would have to say that is about 4 inches of fabric, and I was able to basically trim it off and do the same thing again. But I did use the sewing machine, and Miss Sarah actually advised me and said, you really, those are kind of tough because you don't you're going to poke holes in it all the way along. And I will agree, sewing it is not the optimum thing to do for an awning, but I have a sewing machine. I don't have any other way to do it. And it was either that or buy a new one. So I thought, no, you know what? I'm just going to go ahead and sew it. Good advice, though. She said, Scotch guard it. And so I followed that advice. Absolutely. So. I see Miss Miss Carol, and there's Gary. Gary is there. They are. Let's bring them on and say hi. There we go.
Hey.
How you doing, Gary? Miss Carol.
Fine.
Hold on.
We're doing great. Very, very good. Very good.
Tequila margarita.
Oh, you guys have the good ones. You have the good stuff there.
Yeah.
You gotta like that right out of the can.
You know what, Dave? I got to tell you, 2 of these are good for me for the night.
Yeah, and this is number 5.
These are unbelievable.
Oh.
These are 12% per can.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Knock you
No.
on your
Ass.
yeah.
Yeah. That's why I have a two. Now I know Gary doesn't have a 2-drink limit. Do you, Gary?
I have a 2-day limit.
A 2-day limit. Oh my gosh.
So we have some news for
Yeah,
you.
we did a thing.
Oh my gosh. Carol, are you pregnant?
No.
Yes. Again.
No.
Twins.
Right?
No.
Twins?
No. Impossible. I'm way past that thing.
Hang on. Let me get a
Okay.
picture. Let's see.
So we do have some news for you. After a long time thinking about it, and I have been thinking about it since we had retired, we have decided to buy a little house.
We bought a house.
No way. Now where at?
Yeah. We're so happy.
And well, if you it's right along the coast of Lake Huron. What they call it is the west coast of Ontario. So it's along a little along Lake Huron, and it's a place called Grand Bend, Ontario. So remember that, and you may want to Google it. I can say that it is a place that we had gone for many, many years with the children. There is a provincial park right along Lake Huron, and the beaches are spectacular. They are unbelievably beautiful.
The beach there is National Geographic did an article.
Yeah.
And they did an article on the 10 best beaches in the world.
Yeah.
And that's number 1. No, the 10 best sunset beaches in the world.
Yeah.
And that's number 1.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Yeah. And we're 10 minutes from it. We walk right down the road and down the trail to the beach.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got it for an incredible price. We are still in the process of finalizing it. Tomorrow, we go and have it inspected by an inspector, and we are really excited about this. This is a place that we've been keeping an eye on for probably 20 years.
An area. We always wanted to retire here.
Yeah, and this little spot is quite a little gem. It's a little resort, and it is on a leased land. It's a leased land property, believe it or not. Normally, I wouldn't want to purchase something like this, but the price was just in our favor, and it's a property that we actually had to buy cash.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to buy a house cash.
Yeah, not a lot of people right now.
Houses are expensive.
Yeah.
Right.
So,
wow.
we were actually able to jump in and be able to do that because we had sold our house a few years back. We were fortunate in that aspect. So with that said, we are really excited. We went to look at it the second day, and Gary he said, Carol, he says, we're not going to buy it. We're just going to look at it. But as soon as we saw where it was located, the fact that it had a yard that we were able to have somewhat privacy, it was really in our favor. So we had to jump on it, and we were able to get a hold of our real estate agent that we had from when we had sold our house. And
Carol is excited.
She was quite
that is fantastic.
Yeah, so we're really excited about it anyways. I don't want to filibust, but it was really exciting. The real estate agent that we have, she knocked the price down almost 10%, and we are over the top. We were going to pay full price, but she was able to finagle and almost 10%, which is a phenomenal amount of money.
We wanted to lowball the property, and our agent said, no, well, let me think about that. And she got back to us and said, no, let's go lower.
Yeah.
Oh, that is fantastic. Sir Matalot has some. He wants to come help, and he says he's been drunk there many times. What's the address?
I just put it in the chat. I actually just put it in the chat. Google it.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. That is
There
awesome.
is
Now you guys,
actually, if you walk out our front door and you turn right, you have to cross a little highway there. It's a 50-kilometer road that passes through. It's like a lakeshore drive type thing. They call it a highway, but you cross that and you walk 10 minutes and you're at Lake Huron.
Yeah.
Which is unbelievable. Lake Huron is like an ocean. You can't see the other side. Major waves coming in. You always have a westerly wind coming into the east, so you have big waves, and you get everything but tsunamis or sharks. Right? It's great. Lake Huron.
Yeah.
well,
So
it is like a coastal lake. It is now. Is it fresh water or is it salt water?
Yeah, fresh water.
It is fresh water. But that now, is that one of the ones that gets ships on it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Big ships. Yeah.
Yeah.
They come up the canals. Yeah.
Well, that is fantastic.
Yeah, we do have quite a shallow area. This is why it's very appealing for a lot of people to come in and swim. And sailboard is very big there.
I did videos on the Pinery going back.
Yeah,
it's an amazing thing because it's an odd thing that you have a large freshwater lake. The water comes in, the waves are coming in, and winter's coming, and sand gets backwashed. And what you end up with is this mound of ice and sand that can be like 30 or 40 feet out of the water, right?
Yeah.
And it's about 100 or 200 feet off the shore because of this combination of water going out and water coming in and sand. So you have this big, long thing for miles that's a couple hundred feet offshore that's made of ice. It's
an ice mound.
Huge.
Ice and sand mound.
And then now after seeing that for a couple of years, I learned why. When you walk out in a sandy beach, you have shallow areas and then it's higher, and then you have shallow areas and it's higher, because that sandbar of ice and everything builds 100, 250 feet out, whatever, in that range somewhere, depending on where you're at. But the sand from that melts and goes into the water, and then you have the shallow coming up to it. You go over the mound where the ice thing was, right? It's really weird. It's totally different than an ocean, right? It would all melt, right? Yeah.
So what's your plan with this now? You're gonna park the rig there, and
we got a great deal. We got a great deal. We have a place down the street where we can park it for $50 a month, and we're allowed to put it on auto gen or auto start. So if we still plan to go to Florida, we're not quite sure. We're talking about it, but we still plan to go to Florida in January, go down for a few months, and we're going to be half timers now. And this is very appealing, right? And it's in a park where we always wanted to be for like 20 years, ever since we camped in this area with our kids. And this park, it's an old fogies park. It's like a 55 and up type park. They have aqua swimming exercise, they have yoga, they have all this stuff for the ladies, right? And for the guys, they have like shuffleboard, all kinds of stuff like that. They have a pool for families and for everybody. But the best thing for me is they have a workshop, a wood shop, where you can build whatever you want. And I sold all my woodworking tools, all my stationary ones. I had planers, joiners, all that stuff when we downsized. And now there's a place there that has all that, and I have full access to it.
Right.
It's going to be great for us.
That makes perfect sense. Honestly, I have to tell you now, I don't know, people, I'm sure most everybody in the room knows, but there's other people that watch the video later on. So I'll say, you guys are from Canada. You're Canadians. You come down every year for the winter to kind of warm up and get away from the cold up there. But you have to go back. You can't stay down here.
Right.
Correct.
So
and
how and that's my I didn't vote for him. All right. But how long can you stay down in the United States before you have to go back?
It's a crazy thing because everybody from the US, and I've talked about this with many people, so I'm well versed in it. But
Mhm.
everybody from the US says you have to go back to Canada within 6 months. Canada doesn't care if you come back in 6 months. It's the US wants your tax money. So if you stay there for 6 months or more, to collect any income you made while you're in the States, right?
Mm.
So
Mhm.
it's because you have to leave the US that you have to go back in 6 months. Now everybody goes, oh, the medical, whatever, you lose your medical. Well, the medical thing is we're from Ontario and there's different provinces and everybody can stay
Right.
a certain amount of time in their province and then they can leave for a certain amount of time and have medical benefits. So in Ontario, it's one of the better provinces that you can only have to stay for 5 months and you can leave for 7 months. So you can go to like BC, you can go to Western Canada, which you did in 21. And then you go down in the US or whatever for 6 months and then come back to Canada. You can do a 7 or 8 month trip because you only have to
Sure.
be in Canada for 5 months, right? So you have 7 months to leave. But there's another thing about that, and it's for all provinces is if you're in Canada for 6 months or more in any province, or 5 months or 7 months, whatever the rule is for your province, if you're in Canada for 5 months or more for 5 months a year, you can leave for up to 2 years and then come back and still have your medical. That's the only
Okay.
thing you're worried about as a Canadian is your medical.
Okay.
But
Okay.
you can also, if you leave and you've broken the rules, and for somehow maybe you had to confess that you left for too long, they would take away your medical because I can't imagine any way they would know. But if you left for too long and they took away your medical, if you're here for 3 months, you can prove it, you're right back on the system again. So it
Okay.
doesn't matter. So when
Right.
people say you're only allowed to leave Canada for 6 months, that's nonsense. That's not true at all. Not at all.
Well, and I personally have known Canadians that have come down, and we love you guys. By the way, you know,
Hey,
that is
you're our bros,
when
man.
yeah, absolutely. When it was COVID and you guys were staying up there, you couldn't cross over. That was the most depressing thing down here in the Southwest
Yeah.
because you were all gone.
It was a
And
barren landscape, man.
Yeah, we were
Yeah.
waiting. We were waiting to come down, and finally we
Yeah.
got over. And we were so happy to be down and traveling, and happy to meet you guys. You know,
Well, we were happy
Our
for
lighting
you.
is weird, eh?
it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bright. Sorry about that.
No, our
Yeah,
lighting
we
is
were when you finally got to come down here, I was excited for you because it's like, you know, that was just awful. And
yeah.
I did know Canadians that got trapped down here and
Yeah.
they
True.
just stayed. And
Yeah.
I don't think any of them were really worried about losing
No.
anything. You know, they
As far as
just
I
like,
know, the
yeah,
Canadian
just can't cross over.
as far as I know, the Canadian, well, maybe it's an overall opinion or whatever, but from what I've heard, the Canadians that had to stay actually wanted to stay because it was an opportunity to stay longer.
Yeah.
Right?
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did, and I remember sitting in the hot tub someplace. I think it was down because a lot of the Canadians have rentals down here. They rent places in the different parks, and they come down and stay all winter long, and they were all vacant. There was hardly any cars at any of them.
Yeah.
And then you're sitting in the hot tub, and I was talking to one, and he said, "Yeah, I'm kind of stuck down here. They closed the border. I stayed too long, and he says, I'm not worried about it. I'm enjoying my time down here." And he
Yeah.
didn't seem too worried about it.
Well, there was an incredible amount of people, Canadians in particular, that were in Araby Acres.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's where it was actually.
Yeah.
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 Yep.
The back 3 rows, I believe, at least, are all Canadians there.
We could not believe how many Canadians were down there, and it was so
That park
great.
has Canadian and American flags when you drive in, all that stuff.
Yeah,
Right,
it was
right.
really, really nice. We spent
You
Christmas
feel welcome
down
there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're used to seeing the Canadian flags up, and we
Yeah.
know that those are, you know, those are our friends. Those are, you know, those are people from Canada, and we, you know, it is. Yeah, we just love you guys down here, and it was so depressing. I remember when that's going on. Okay, real quick. Jim Bertrand says an hour from the Detroit border. You you are. You're a little close to Detroit, I might say, but you know, what do you got?
We're actually an hour from the border at Port Huron, and about 2 hours from Detroit.
Yeah.
But Port Huron, like we'll be able to leave our house now to go to Florida. We will be able to go from where we are and cross in Sarnia, Port Huron, and get on I-75, and it's you get off in Florida at Orlando, right?
Right.
So we have a straight shot to Orlando now.
One highway.
I don't know if this will show on there, but I'll try.
Let me see if I can throw it up there. There we go.
That's our new house, man. One
bedroom.
bedroom.
That's beautiful. That
2-bedroom, 1 bath. Keep it simple.
Wow.
We got a creek in the backyard. We got total privacy, and we're in a community park, 55 and up, and it has all these amenities. You can do all kinds of stuff. It's amazing.
Well, Miss Carol doesn't qualify. Thank God that Miss Carol is with you. Otherwise, she wouldn't qualify for that 55 and up. But
yeah, right.
Well, I'm lying about her age. Right? She'll get ID'd on the way in, but she's got her ID.
Yeah, and there's golf courses. There's golf courses nearby, and a lot of side jobs that I could do if I decide to do work. But I don't need to work.
She loves working.
But it's
you know what? She went out. We were going to be in Mississauga in Bronte. She applied for a job at the place she loves working, the LCBO, the liquor store. She has a lot of experience there and friends there, and the customers love her. She was going to be in Mississauga. And then we moved from where we were in Bronte Provincial Park. We moved up to Milton. So she decided, well, I'm going to apply for a job at the Milton place, right? Near here. So then she gets that job, right? And now we bought a house. We're going to Grand Bend. So now she has to tell them, sorry, I can't work here, but I'll take a job in Grand Bend.
Well, it's just the way things happen, you know.
She doesn't have to work. She just wants to.
Yeah.
That's fine.
You know, it's just such a good fit for me, and I like keeping busy. Gary's okay with being by himself for a few hours.
Hey,
he's okay.
My wife works at a liquor store. She leaves for 5 hours, comes back with booze.
This is a win-win for Gary.
Perfect marriage.
Yeah, right.
I agree with Jim right there. Yeah, Carol, you're getting he's sneaking you in there. So.
That's right.
I have to say, we had about probably an hour conversation with Jim Bertrand today. It's been a while.
Yeah.
And what a great guy he is.
Oh, wow.
So fun to talk to. I think we broke our news to Jim Bertrand first, you know. But I've been kind of laid out there in a couple of lives I visit. But.
Yeah. I think about Jim a lot, you know, and the fact that
great guy.
He played his guitar that one time at in Arizona there
at the rally.
Well, the first thing he did, this is Jim Bertrand's hit on move. Okay. He comes over with a music book and a guitar, and he puts it in the lap of a lady that he likes, which is my wife at the moment, but who cares? It could be any woman. He ain't doing it to me because I'll stop him.
Don't say that about Jim.
But no, he's fine. He's fine. He's an old
fine.
Man. Yeah. So Jim Bertrand comes over with a music book. This is move. It's crazy, and it's. I'm envious. He comes over with a music book and he puts it in your lap. Pick a song. I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to sing it to you. So for the next 10 minutes, you're going to have to listen to him sing a song to you, and you're going to smile and whatever you. And the guy is so enticing, admiral. He's so interesting, right? Yeah. So after a very short period of time,
and talented.
Hey, let's just keep the guy here for the rest of the night. So now he's singing to you all night, right?
He's very talented.
What a great guy he is. Yeah. I can't tell you how much good times we had standing around a campfire at night, every night in Quartzsite with Jim Bertrand and Don and myself.
Yeah.
Great
Although
guys.
Todd,
and Angela, let's not forget them.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you know what? And Jim is a great guy. I've spent a lot of time on the phone with him and chatting with him. And Jim, if you're listening, I miss you. Oh, I see you listening. Yeah, I miss you calling. So, you know, hopefully everything is going okay. Uh, I'm telling you, Gary, those are Jim's moves. All right.
Yeah.
So
I know you've seen it, right?
yeah. That there you go.
You know, I had moves, but I'm an old guy
Yeah.
now. But I didn't
Well,
have
there
Jim's
he is.
moves.
There he is. We know your moves, Jim. There you go. All right. Oh
I
my
have a
gosh.
full video of him singing to Carol, but I
yeah.
can't put it up because the copyright notice keeps hitting me, right? They think Jim is what was he singing? I can't
Oh, I don't know.
the guy that sang the Great Lakes, the boat that sank in the Great Lakes,
Neil Young. No, not Neil Young.
Jim, he'll put it up.
Jim knows. Yeah, the Great Lakes song.
Sir
boy.
Matlock says, Carol, do you have any single co-workers? Female only, of course. But
Very funny.
No.
She does have them, but you know what? Carol is a very ambitious girl at work, you know, and you know, she's the best one there. You know, a lot of her coworkers don't like the fact that she works a lot, right? So I don't know.
Yeah.
It's just the way it is. It's a little bit of a competitive.
I would agree.
It's very unionized, you know, and
people in unions don't like to see people come in that work.
Carol, we have seen you in action at Bob's rallies. Okay, you are not. Yeah, you might as well just say thank you and just keep saying thank you. That's all you need to say, because
I'll
we
be
know
you're having a coffee in the morning.
Oh my gosh, yeah. It's I'll tell you what, you were a shining light around the rallies anytime that I've been around you. So, yep.
Yeah. You know what? Oh, let's talk about something else. I think a little while ago we broke news that Carol is getting her truck driving license so she can drive the RV.
Yeah.
I remember that.
So
I remember
this is a multi-facet course. And we bought it at a school that's very reputable, but they're not that great anymore. But they're still, you know, you can get your license through the school rather than going to the government to do a test. So it's broken into parts, and there's a part about getting your air brake part. Then there's a part about getting your truck knowledge and road rules part and all that stuff. And there's a part about driving. Okay. Carol can drive. That's one thing I can say about Carol. She can drive. No problem. So she passed her thing about the air brake course, step 1. She passed her thing about the truck rules and, you know, being a truck driver thing, logic, all that stuff. She passed that. So now she gets to get into a truck and drive it and show them she can drive, and she's got her license to drive the rig. It's the greatest thing. I'm telling you.
Wait. Back up. She got it? You got it?
Not yet.
Well,
she got the first 2 parts. And she's got the last part to go where she just has to drive.
Practice to drive.
So now you don't have to memorize stupid numbers anymore. Like if the master cylinder is 8 3/4 inches, the stroke should be 2 1/8 inch. Yeah. Stuff like that. Nonsense numbers. You don't have to know that anymore. She passed all that. Now she just has to get in, shift a few gears, drive, go around corners, back into a dock, and then she can drive the rig.
The thing is, Dave, I must mention, I'm going to be training on a stick shift 10 speed.
Wait a minute, what?
Yes.
She's going to be driving a split 10, like 5 and 5.
Yeah.
Well, I know what a split 10 is. For the people that don't know truck timing terms, it's a truck. You're driving a truck for your. It is a truck.
You have to learn to drive a coach in Canada. Okay, you can learn to drive a bus, or you can learn to drive a truck. But if you learn to drive a bus, you're going to have to do all sorts of stuff to be able to carry real people, you know, like people, not real people, but just people.
Right.
If you get the course to drive a truck, if you have a vehicle that's 26,000 pounds or more, you need to have a truck license. And if it has an air brake, you need to have the air brake license. So she's got there's a lot to it. Yeah. So she's passed the air brake course, and she's passed the truck learner's course. Like she could go over and start it and push the button there, a yellow button, and we drive out of here. And I'm a licensed driver. I'm sitting beside her, and we could drive around. She's allowed to drive now. She's got her learners to drive the truck. And now she has to pass a test where you go with the licensed
training.
instructor. They train you for like 20 hours, or I don't know what it is, maybe
Yeah.
more.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then the guy will say, you're allowed to have your license or not. And they'll give it to her because she can drive. Like she's
Oh, yeah.
almost there.
Yeah.
It's a big deal.
Congrats. That is a
Yeah.
huge deal. Now, do you
Yeah.
have to have for the testing, do you have to have a trailer?
You know what? We're driving what's called a D truck situation. It's just like a straight truck with no trailer. That's
Okay.
the license she wants. But they make you learn all the rules as if you were pulling a trailer.
Yeah.
It's nonsense.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I
Look at
would say
Pearl.
that
I
the
know.
only thing
Good on you, Carol.
Yeah,
Like if you
there
want
you go.
acknowledgement from a lady that can
Absolutely.
drive, it's
Yeah,
Pearl.
right there. Right there.
Girl, you
So
are my hero for sure.
well, I will say that I'm sorry you have to go through that, but I am very impressed that you are. And
Yeah. It's going to be a little challenging for me to change all the gears because it's a double shift, and it'll be. I think I'll get it pretty quickly. I've driven standard before, but it is a little different. But I think it's just a matter of time. And backing up and moving around, I think will be a little challenging again. It's just practice, right, Dave?
Right. It really is. And you do get used to it. And it does seem intimidating at first, but once you get used to it, not really, it's not that big of a deal. So
Right.
I will say, Bob, there's a lot here, but when they got their Nevada commercial B license, they had to do the air brake, the written rules, and driving
I agree with
test.
that.
Yeah. And but since they use an RV, they have a restriction for automatic transmission only. Do they do that up there? Or?
You can actually get your license with a tractor trailer situation with an automatic transmission because to be safe, why do you need to, like, I believe in this because to be safe, you don't need to actually be able to shift gears properly. You don't have to have clean shifts and all that. You just have to know how your brakes work. Can I stop the vehicle? How does it all work? And you will learn how to shift gears, right? Like when I passed my driver's test, I went to the same school that Carol is going to now, but many years back. It was like $300 back then. Now it's 10 times that. But whatever. I had to learn how, like my teacher even told me, he says, you know what? After 20 hours of driving in class, they drive around and whatever. He said, you just passed. I said, really? He said, yeah, you just passed. I've been watching you for the last 2 hours and grading you, and you just passed. He said that, you don't shift the gears that well, but you know how everything else works. And
everything else works and stops.
Yeah.
And that's what brought up the topic last week. We were talking about that guy going down the hill and smoking those brakes. And, a lot of people.
Our Starlink is sketchy. Uh-oh. All right, it's the Gary and Carol show. Let's look on the phone and see, is Dave still here? Is Dave here yet? Maybe we're out. Let's see here. Oh, we got dropped. Okay, sir.
We're in the show.
Where's the chat? Where's the comments? Okay, guys. I wrote we got dropped. Are we still here? Let us know. Is Dave gone or are we gone?
Join the chat. Connect. There we go. Okay, so we've been off.
Could be.
Yeah. It says you're in the show. Everyone can see you here.
Throw Dave a line. Are we on? And
Yeah.
Oh, here comes Dave. Yay!
Throw Dave a line.
We weren't sure if it was us or you.
Stop doing that.
I think it was me. I think it was me. We're running at the top, but I see. Hold on, we have Dawn in, and let's bring Dawn on. And we don't have too many more minutes left, but I do want to go over the NFL real quick.
No.
Dawn, how you doing?
If you're gonna do football, I'm leaving.
Hey, Dave, you didn't read my comment. I was going to go to backstage to the last 2 minutes so that we could all talk after the show.
Oh, the after show's the
I did
best.
not mean to be in the show.
That's where I reach out for Don's face and go.
We've been watching you, Don, and you're in Carolina right now.
Yeah, I'm North Carolina.
North Carolina, right? Wow, that's amazing. So you're heading south, is that right?
I did what?
Are you heading south now?
Oh yeah. Well, I'm here for a month. I'm at a little field with 50 amp full hookups and gravel sites for $600 a month. So I decided I'd jump on it.
Wow, that's
a great deal.
But there's nothing around here. I mean, there's nothing to do around. There's not even a Walmart. Nothing around here.
Okay.
He's working his way down to Florida to meet us.
Yeah. So I'm just going to use the time to relax and edit video.
There you go.
Oh,
there you
very
go.
good.
And watch football.
Oh, nice. Nice. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we've been watching you, Don.
Well, thank you. But I'm tired. I've been traveling so much. Sometimes day after day after day, every day.
Well, that's something I've been thinking about. Your Walmart and Cracker Barrel tour, although it's a great thing for traveling because you get to just keep up and go and keep up and go. But holy shit, Don, you've been doing that for how long? You got to sit down for a month and that's where you are. Yeah. So I'm happy for you.
March 31st. And then when I leave here, I go, I think about 90 miles to 1,000 trails for a week. And then I got to go back to Walmart's and Cracker Barrels.
Good deal. You almost got that 70-mile rule down for travel days. You're doing pretty good.
That's my goal, Dave. You taught me that.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hold on, because I need to go over the NFL, and then we can let everybody go. And then you and I, if you don't know, when you join in on the open mic nights, and it's not really an open mic night, but when I invited, we all sit afterwards. And I'll tell you what, some of the conversations we have afterwards are better than what we have during the show.
Well, definitely. It's like the unedited version.
Right, exactly. Yeah, it's like a happy hour live after dark or something. It's interesting. All right, let's go over, because you guys are both on the fantasy football. Let's go ahead and cover that real quick, and we'll go over last week's games. Gary, what happened? What
if you're gonna do this, I'm leaving.
I think Gary at some point was asking for mercy via text, and it didn't work. Gary took the loss there. I'm not feeling too sorry for you, Gary, because you're the number one in the league right now. So yeah, it's hard to feel sorry. There, OE Live Crew had their win last week. That is the comment section. That is for all the players in the comment section, and they beat Miss Carey right there. WCRV Adventures, 136 to 105.
Hey Dave, we built that team up so well. I'm kind of concerned that we're going to all lose to them.
Yeah, I am facing that I am facing Live Crew this week, and it's not looking promising for me, is it?
No, it's not.
Miss Jen, Sassy Pants FFB versus Couch Coach. That is Wayne, WCRV Adventures. 141 to 127. Wayne took the win. Congrats, Wayne. Both running 3 and 6, so they're both kind of equal going into last week. But Pew Crew, that is Miss Tara against Cindy, Flying Monkeys, HC Carefree Highway. That was kind of a narrow win right there, 116 to 110. Wandering Stars, that is Dawn and Gail, or Dawn. I think Dawn's been handling that team, but that's Cosmic Mermaid and Starman right there. Against Miss Angela, Life with Lenny. Lenny is not helping out Angela. And you know what? I think that he needs to step up, because that was a devastating loss right there. And she's hanging in there. Don, Cowboy Biker Adventures, taking the win over Smoke Eaters. We just can't seem to get rid of you two in the top 3. It is literally.
I worked for that to happen, you know.
Did you? Oh, but you're making it look so effortless right there. Going out of last week, Gary takes the number 1 spot. Right there is Dawn right behind him. I am holding the number 3 spot, and I just can't seem to go anywhere. OE Live Crew, Dawn, we have moved that one up to the number 4 position.
And it's fixed to move up again.
Shh. All right. Just shush, John. Jiminy Christmas. Wandering Stars taking up the 5 position. Pew Crew, that's Miss Tara, number 6. Smoke Eaters, number 7. Here for the tailgate party. Look at Miss Carey. What is going on? Miss Carey and Wayne, WCRV Adventures, right there. 8 and 9, still in the in play for the playoffs, including Miss Angela, Life with Lenny. Let's switch over real quick and go to this week, because this is what everybody, if you came to the comment section, everybody's doing a little bragging rights here. Let me see if I can pull it up for this week. So far, and again, this is the fat lady hasn't sung until Tuesday morning, all right, after the Monday night game. But are we in week 11 or week 10?
10.
Are we? Oh, we're in week 10. Okay, let's go back.
I'm looking at the comments, and people are being very rude to me.
It's because you won't get out of
it. I deserve it.
Oh, well, you won't.
No one said that.
Yeah. What happened to you this week? Yeah. Like I was out there, you know?
There is. I am not giving up right there.
Thanks,
114
Terry.
to 130. I am still hanging in there. I refuse to give up. I won't ask for mercy from the Live Crew. So yeah, no, that's I am and not looking good for me though. Mr. Gary, what is going on here? What seems
it's time for me to confess.
Yeah.
I know nothing about football.
Okay.
Is it football or football? So you know what I mean?
So
I
you
know
sit
nothing
in the
about it.
number.
I
The
get
number.
dragged into
It
this
doesn't
kicking
work.
and
We're not.
screaming.
See, this is why
I
they
kicked
talk.
everyone's ass for half the season.
This is
And now
why
I'm out.
they. Yeah, you first week that it's not looking good for Mr. Gary, and I don't know anything about football. No, mm-mm. Well, it is not over yet, and looks like though the projections.
I don't see
This
any
is
fat ladies singing.
yeah, this is exactly. So here for the tailgate, Miss Carrie is going to be pulling off the win. This is looking
Wow.
pretty much a
Wow.
sure thing. Yeah, that is
Amazing.
quite the win right there, along with Wayne. Now Don hasn't given up. Don is still in it. And
Don.
there's Don from Cosmic Mermaid and Starman. So that's Don and Dick Gale, and yeah, he's hanging in there. So Wayne, you're looking pretty good, but it's not over yet. Now our Don Cowboy Biker Adventures Don is you're doing all right. This wow, look at that projected. That projected is
Wow.
173.
Wow.
Nice work,
Really good.
Don.
Really good.
Nice work.
What
Wow.
else does Don have to do?
Are you
video.
kidding? He kicks out more videos than anybody I know. Are you kidding?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Like, other than fantasy football and kicking out videos, like
yeah, the videos, I have to say, Dawn, are spectacular. They are so good.
you know what? I follow a lot of people like you, me, the RV, like you name it. We all follow the same people.
Right.
Don is on my feed more than anybody. There's so much Don. It's unbelievable.
It is.
He's got it right.
How do you do that?
Oh my gosh. Well, let me do real quick. Angela, Life with Lenny against Howard, HC Carefree Highway. Wow, Angela's really pulling it off this week. Not bad.
She's doing well.
Yeah, but look at this. Howard's, you know what? The 132 to 144. It isn't over yet. Right there.
Nope.
So yeah, that's good close games this week. But oh my gosh. Okay, let's see if we
They're
can.
all close, but my game.
There, yeah, you're not looking good this week. I don't know.
No.
I'm not against that though. I say you and Don need to be losing so I can step into that first and second
You've been waiting
place.
for this for 10 weeks, Dave.
Yeah.
Dave, you got to worry about OE Live Crew also.
Right. Yeah, I am not going to have that win. I think that
I rode high for 10 weeks. That's all I got.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep.
There you go. Well, it ain't over really, and I say till Tuesday, but at the end of the season, it ain't over until the playoffs are done. And right now we're going head to head, and you've got Gary, you've got the you've got the record to take.
And one of the things about playoffs, that's week 16 and 17 of the rare football season. Some of those top players, those teams don't need a win anymore, so they sit those top players. So you may be screwed that week.
We can only hope.
If anyone is going to predict the future in this game, it's Don. Because he told me when I lost last week, I would still be in first. And I couldn't figure out why.
Right.
Okay, Gary, I got a prediction this week.
Okay.
You're going to be number 2. OE Live Crew is going to be number 3, and Dave's going to be number 4.
Well, who's going to be in the number one? Are you?
I'm going to be number 1.
Well, I guess we're going to see how that plays out.
Happy dance time.
Right. Oh, Life with Letty just came in here. Almost missed it. Well, glad to have you here.
He's here because I tapped on this.
Oh, gotcha. All right.
Yeah. I
Well,
love Lenny and Angela. Yeah, we do.
We are over time, so I'm going to say goodbye to everybody, and then we can all just sit and
Come
chat
in live, Lenny. Come in live.
Everybody wants Lenny. Lenny, here it is. If you're coming in late, if you want to join us, I'll go ahead and throw that out there.
Wayne and Carrie, come in live. Anybody, come in live.
Yeah, Gary doesn't like us anymore because he's getting beat at football.
No,
so
I ain't talking to Don anymore, man. Last time I picked him up in Niagara Falls. Don, I gotta tell you a story about I loaded an AI experience of you. I gotta tell you that.
Okay.
There they are.
There he is.
Lenny! Where's Angela? Come on. Angela, come on. In the background. Where's your face?
Everybody
hold on, guys.
On.
We can't have everybody on it. My screen is only so big, but all right, guys. We're gonna say goodnight to everybody because we have bored everybody enough. But hang on, guys. We'll see you after the show. So there we go. Glad to have everybody on. Glad to have you guys here. And you know what? I was wondering what we were going to be talking about when we started off the show because I didn't have a whole lot of prepared, but there sure was. You know, it never fails to amaze me. We have just some amazing people out there. Thank you guys so much for being here. We're going to go ahead and let's see. There we go. Right there. Miss Pearl gets the last word of the night. Good to see everybody here. Everybody's saying hi. Yeah, you guys can say hi to Miss Pearl. There you go.
Miss you guys.
Yeah, we miss it. They're going to be down here. We're going to miss you guys. You're not on the East Coast or the West Coast this year, but we will see you guys next with some coast. I'm on some. Well, no, I'm not on the coast. So there you go. Anyway, live life full time. We'll see you guys next week. Take care, guys. Bye bye. Then we're going to hit that.